We are backstage and behind the scenes with What's the Tea.
And we are here with Joshua.
I was talking about posing.
Yes, you are.
How long has this pageant been going on?
This is the 24th year.
Oh, wow.
So next year is our 25th anniversary. We do not have a location yet. We are scrambling to find one because the Herbs is closing for like 4 years. It's going to be renovating. But we wanted to make this show as amazing as possible so that the 25th, no matter where it's going to be, if it's going to be in a bigger theater, people are still going to want to come. Because this is a one.
What theater are you going to do that's bigger than this?
Maybe the Opera House?
Besides that, has this event always been a Mr. and Mrs. event?
Yes, Mr. and Miss Gapa. It started as because Gapa is mainly a male organization, it's gay, Asian specific, not like a gay lesbian or gay and trans. So it's, or queen, or drag queen, So it did start as a male pageant, and then it evolved into a Mr. and Miss Gapa.
When did you take part in it? Was it since the very beginning?
I actually won Mr. Gapa in 2003. I had just come out, my friend wanted to run, he was like, oh, run with me. I'm like, okay, I'll run with you. And I ran, I had no idea, like, I came to the stage thinking it was gonna be this tiny little like cafeteria, and it's like at the Herbs Theater. I was freaked out of my mind, but I won, and a couple of years later I helped Doncha run. I was her assistant, and they approached me about helping produce a show. So the next year I was kind of like an intern, and since then I've been running it, and I'm one of the producers. There's 3 of us.
Are your shows always sold out? I mean, because this event was just amazing.
Can you give us any kind of insight on what plans you have next year?
Every year we have a different theme. This year is Heaven and Hell. Last year we had Fairy Tales. Next year it is 25th, which is the silver anniversary. So we're thinking something related to silver, maybe silver screen. It's like a sneak preview.
Big 25.
Yeah.
You'll obviously give us a tea on that. So
yes, definitely. Yeah. Once we know. We don't know yet.
You'll let us know.
Yeah, once we know, we'll let you guys know.
Alright, so we're here with Joshua, one of the producers of Mr. and Mrs. Gapa Runway 24 this year, for the 24th year, and they're going to go ahead and make an explosive 25th anniversary event next year. Go ahead and tune
Bigger
in.
and better.
And definitely we have the review for the show, and we'll put it out in the next few days.
And that's the tea.
That's the tea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're here with Singa, and you actually won this photogenic. Yeah. How do you feel about that? I'm shocked. I'm really happy. This is like my first pageant. I've been doing this for 7 months. You've been in drag for only 7 months. Yes. And how do you feel about running against contestants that have been doing it for years? I felt really good because they gave me a lot of really good tips, especially Lily and Jezebel. So that's really cool. And I mean, it's really fun. Running it next year? Yeah.
We'll see you next year, and that's the tea.
Yeah, we're here with Soy Joy from the little state of San Jose.
I know, right? It's out the middle of nowhere.
Oh, nowhere. It's our first pageant, right? Okay, so how do you feel about that? Any thoughts in your head? Like, what do you expect?
It went exactly as I expected. The competition was fierce. I love the girls. It's so much fun watching everything killing me. Especially after those dropping, like, oh, that drop kick you did was amazing. Oh my god.
Tell us about how you created this dress and why.
This is the sheet of fabric. I got bored.
With the one with the Indian inspiration?
Yes, I did. And you know what? It's fucking hot in there. I want to be as naked as possible.
Do you know what Indians are Asians too?
Yes, they are.
Miss Penalties, how do you feel about the pageant tonight?
I learned so much, and I'm going to be able to take this home with me and bring it with my everyday, not everyday, but my drag, and be able to bring this and this. I just learned so much.
Do you feel that there's an advantage to being Asian or not to being Asian or whatnot? What do you feel about the overall pageant as far as being Asian, not Asian? You're half, obviously.
I'm half Filipino. Before I started, I really didn't want to do it because I just felt like I didn't fit in. But being half not Asian and half Asian, I felt like I kind of had a little bit chance on my side just because I was a little bit different than the rest of the girls. That's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to reach out to other girls who like me didn't feel like they could fit in with
What was the biggest challenge tonight?
Oh goodness, question and answer. I recently did Gold Rush and I froze up on that stage and I was like, oh my goodness, let me not do the same thing, and I did it and learned.
You did an amazing job question answer.
Yes. Well, they gave me that answer, that question I wanted.
I hesitated because I didn't feel like I fit the part. I didn't feel like I looked like every other person who ran. and I feel like me possibly becoming the next Miss Gapa would encourage other people of different backgrounds that still have Asian blood in them to come and compete. And that's what
It seemed like all the questions kind of were tailored to the contestants tonight.
Luckily.
And that's Pearl T with her T on to Gapa Pageant Runway 24. Mary Joy Story. Second in Miss Gapa Pageant 24.
And this isn't a necklace, this is actually a rosary bead. Do you have any inspiration for the rosary beads and religious icons?
Well, I wanted to basically show, I guess, the transformation in Mary Joy. She went from a slut to a nun and realized, you know what, I don't need to do all of that. You know, I'm just going to be a better version of myself.
So who designed your outfit?
Actually, I conceptualized it with a few help of my girls, the Rice Rockettes. They helped me, and we were just like, let's go for high glam nut. And I was like, oh, okay, yes. Nice to see you with Mary Joy. And congratulations, and we'll see you in the future. We'll listen to you.
Congratulations, you look amazing. Thank you. So, Miss Lily, how do you feel about the pageant tonight?
I'm happy how everything turned out. Everyone's saying I was proud, but you know what? I love my girls. It's okay. There's always next year, and you know it's a great event, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Jezebel was first last year.
She was first last year, yeah.
Following the footsteps, but I feel like your question wasn't really a question. It was more of a command.
Exactly.
Like you have to perform. Like you were saying, you know, do the splits. It wasn't really a question, which I agree with you. But you know what? You rocked that answer out.
If you would kindly please do your own rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
As a singer myself, I feel like you have an amazing voice.
Oh, thank you
and
so
beyond,
much.
And honestly, beyond Gapa, you should pursue this voice in a career.
Where can we find you next?
Facebook definitely. Facebook.com/LilyRose.
We enjoyed every entertainment that you did tonight. Your performance, your answer, and you know we look forward to seeing you blossom in the future.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of my baby girl, Jezebel Patel, for winning Miss Gapa Runway 2012.
We're here with Jezebel Patel, the winner, the crowned queen of Miss Gapa 24.
Thank you. Thank you.
My first question that comes to my mind is, what did you feel like you've done to win first place?
Well, I think it was originality for me. I wanted to do something that's not consistently similar to everybody else, and I think that's one of the ingredients that made me stand out.
And I actually, I was here last year, and I was rooting for you.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm glad that you won this year.
I know,
You did a great job.
it's a perfect
Do you
timing.
think that because you had experience last year with the pageant that you had an advantage?
I would think that yes, that is very significant. That's very true. There's 3 other girls. There's 3 of us who actually, this is our second time, or more than the second time. But it's also the support of the people who I already competed from in the past, and the people who are helping me all throughout the year preparing for this event. That's the biggest support of me.
I think one of your strong points was that you had a sense of humor throughout, but when it was time to get a serious answer to show that I have some brains, you pulled it out the hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you could change anything about tonight, besides the fact of you being crowned, what would it be and why?
And this is a personal note, I think my talent portion needed a little bit of a boost compared to last year's. Everybody was so expecting to get a better talent or fantasy compared to last year, but it was 50-50.
But to the defense of the audience is that I really like the challenge this year because one, it was original as far as any pageant has ever done, and 2, it's like we know you're not going to do it real with the glasses, but you did a very what people usually do at pageants.
Yes.
You know, so you did an amazing job. And like you said, you did Miss Gapa because you didn't want to run for Miss again.
No, definitely not. And I made sure
And you won. You were crowned.
Were you surprised?
that I won.
Yes. Were you surprised?
I actually really made sure that this year is my year.
Okay.
So it's a whole yes.
At a level of
You gave it your all.
Very much, yes. I gave my all last year, but then this year I pumped it a little bit more.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that's the tea.
Thank you. Thank you. Mwah.
Damn you.
Now, we've asked a lot of girls, but honestly, I want to get to the bottom of this with Miss Gapa.
Yes.
Honestly, Miss Leiji, do you feel like this pageant is only for the Asian Pacific Islander community, or do you feel like anybody can join it?
Well, you know, one requirement of Miss Gapa is that you do have to have some Asian in you. So you know, it does exclude some people, but the best part is that, you know, once the winner wins, they go out in this community and they represent the Asian community. So, you know, the pageant may just be for the Asians, but we know that it's so important to work outside with the Imperial Court, with people who do shows. I mean, that's our community. It's a very diverse community, and we love this community.
It's a nightlife community.
It is.
What advice would you give to future contestants, both, you know, Mr. and Mrs. that are watching this right now and considering doing it next year or in the future years?
You know, I guess my biggest advice is to put your heart into it. Know that it's for fun. Know that even if you don't place or you don't win, like the first year that I ran, it's okay. You just have to have fun, put your heart in it, and even if you don't win, that's all right. But if you do win, then honey, give me some money, because that was golden and fine. All right? Bye, guys.
And that's the tea.
That's the tea.
That's the
Mwah.
tea.